What up, what up? It's your man, Chazz Ellis, once again giving you the information that you asked me for. I got a good question. It was like, what's up with the rise of cougars? Do you think that cougars are on the rise? And if for some of you that don't know what cougars are, it's basically older women who date younger men. Pretty simple. I don't know why they call it cougars. Got nothing. I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even come up with something. I was going to try to come up with something and pretend like I knew what. I got nothing. They just call them cougars. Y'all tell me. Hey, put that in the comment box below. Tell me why they call them cougars. Because I don't know. Anyway. People have said, why do you think cougars are on the rise? And if so, why? Yes, cougars are on the rise. And there are two simple reasons for this situation. Number one is the female economic situation has changed drastically. Number two is the changes in technology. Here's what I mean. The female economic situation has changed. Basically, it used to be a time where females just couldn't make money. Period. And we're not saying every female couldn't make money, but we're saying by and large, a female could not make money. Like if this was 1908, a female generally just couldn't get a job that was going to allow her to make any money. Really, period. Any money that's going to be able to support a household. It wasn't happening. And that was true for a long time after that. And really, in the last 15, 20 years, that's changed. And we're seeing a spike in the change now. What this does is it allows women to pick their relationships in a completely different way than they used to. It used to be, okay, you're a 20-year-old girl, or whatever age, in your young age, and you're trying to pick a partner. It has to be somebody who can support you in any baby you have. And you also know that your time limit for picking a guy is very short because, I don't want to use car terms, I'm not trying to demean anybody, but let's just call it what it is. You depreciate as time goes on. Every year, you depreciate because younger women are being born and coming of age and they can date these people, and you're getting older. So, and since you're getting older and you're not gaining assets because you're a woman and don't have the opportunity to gain assets, you're depreciating. Whereas a guy is appreciating because every year he gets older, he gets more time on his job, he gets more time to create businesses and things of that nature, and he's making a lot more money than a young guy. Now, a young guy can't support a family, so he just lopped out of the equation. Until you can get a job and support a family, you're not even in the equation. Whereas you have to compete with, younger girls than you because they're automatically in the equation. Okay, so that's what happened. Now it's a situation where you got women, they got their own job, their own car, their own money, their own house to live in. They got everything of their own. They can do their own thing. They can take care of their kids. They don't really need a dude to help them financially with anything. That puts them in a position where they can just make totally different decisions now. Now they might be like, you know what, I'm trying to get dude. I'm 40, he's 20. I'm going to get this dude. I'm going to help him with his little dreams and stuff like that. He'll let him use some of my connections. I don't want no money from this dude. I just want a companion to go to the movies with. I want somebody to go to the club with. I want somebody to chill and make me feel young. I want somebody to blow my back out. It happens. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for all this mess. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for love and happily ever after and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking for just to have a good time right now. Basically like these older guys think about women. Women are starting to think that way now because they have the financial freedom to do so. They already been through a dude before probably. They've been married maybe. And they're like, you know what? I ain't trying to do that now. And now they have the freedom to do so. That's a possibility now. And now they're desirable to males. Whereas before, 45-year-old chick is not desirable to a 20-year-old dude in any way, shape, or form. Why? Because what are you really offering at 45 years old? Just like what 45-year-old dude is really desirable to a 20-year-old girl? Well, none unless he's offering certain things. I'm not saying, I'm just saying like across the board for the most part. You know, not everybody across the board, but the majority. You're not offering nothing. So, but now it's a different situation for women because now they offer the same thing guys do. Financial stability, experience in the workforce and things of that nature. If you're 20 years old and you're trying to get on and make it in life, you can't really get advice from somebody else who's 20 years old. They have not been in the job market. They really can't. They probably have sort of, but you know, like working at Cougar's or something like that, or working at Walmart isn't, no disrespect to people who work, but it's not really, you know, not where you can tell somebody how to survive in corporate America. That's kind of, come on. But that gives you an advantage as a 40-year-old. So now that advantage is being provided to women. So now 20-year-old dudes checking for 40-year-old women where they weren't in the past. A lot of times you got 20-year-old girls with kids and 40-year-old women who don't have kids or their kids are grown. So that gives them another edge. These are just edges that have been created. Now, what I mean when I said technology, this is why you're seeing more cougars. Because now women have more time to play, have a good time, enjoy themselves, and still be able to have children because of what technology has done. It's allowed older women to be able to have children in the same way younger women do. You can freeze your eggs at 20 years old and say, you know what, I want to have a baby when I'm 50. There's surrogacy. You can have babies pretty much anytime you feel like it. If you got the money, it's doable. And if you thought ahead, it's doable. So you got women who got these options open to them. I'm going to say something. I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to remember this, right? Okay. Remember that I said this. The world has already changed. We just getting ready to figure it out. Men especially, the world has already changed. Honestly, our reign is almost over. I'm not saying it to kiss up to these women. I'm just letting you know so you guys know what's up. The reign is almost over. I'm going to tell you what's about to happen. And you're starting to see glimpses of it now. You're going to see men on the internet taking pictures, showing their butt, showing their thing, everything possible. Like all the thirsty behavior that you used to see from just women, you never would see men doing stuff like that. You're going to see more men doing it. Men are going to start wearing makeup at a super high, and I'm not just talking about dudes that's kind of suspect. I'm talking about regular masculine dudes are going to start wearing makeup at a super high rate. It's going to be to the point where almost every dude wears makeup. Every dude is going to wear like hair stuff. Every dude is going to get his eyebrows and stuff plucked or whatever type of, you know what I'm talking about, like stuff like that. There's going to be so much male enhancement. It's going to be ridiculous. Mark what I'm telling you. Dudes are going to be like begging for wedding rings, trying to get married. They're going to be begging women to get married. The world is about to turn back around. It used to be women had the power in relationships back in the day because their families helped them to make a guy have to pursue them in such a way because of the families. This is going to reverse. It's coming back. That's coming back. And the reason why is because I'm about to tell y'all something. Some dudes might get mad at me. Some of y'all don't even know this. But I'm going to let you understand where the power and why men control relationships to this point. And this is why these changes are going to come about, because this is about to change. It's kind of hard for me to do this, but there's the power of a man in a relationship. This is why men have pretty much all the power when it comes to dealing with women. Because what you care about and how you choose a man and what we care about and how we choose a woman are really different, and it's done in such a way that we have all of the power. Here's what I mean. You take a woman who makes $100,000 a year, and you take a man who makes $100,000 a year, and you fill a room up with 100 women or 100 men and 100 women, right? Now, this woman who makes $100,000 a year pretty much will take a look at all of those guys in there. This guy might be attractive. This guy might be this, that, and the other. But the first thing she's going to do is say, who's in my tax bracket? Who is on my level, as women will say? Who's on my level? Now, you make $100,000 a year. Who's on your level? do the math, less than probably you're going to have 5 to 10 guys in that room that are on your level. So there you are. You're cut right down to 5 to 10 that you even can choose from. What is this guy who makes $100,000 a year going to say? I don't give a damn who's on my in my tax bracket, who's on my financial level. Not even checking for that. That doesn't eliminate women. Now for this woman. So he's still got 100 available. For you, who's physically attractive to me? Who looks the part? $100,000 a year and looks the part? Right then, you're probably down to about 3 guys. You went from a room full of 100 people to 3 guys that were suitable for you. For him, he says, okay, who's physically looking the part that I can date? Women who are of any income bracket, who are physically attractive, probably still about 70 of them going to be in the room. Still about 70 of them. And he can choose from all 70 of them. Then he's got to say, who's going to treat me with respect, blah, 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 blah. Well, you make like $100,000 a year, so a lot of those women are going to treat you with respect. At the end of the day, you're probably down to 60. You're probably choosing between 60 women, among 60 women. It's pretty incredible numbers. You got 3 guys, and probably only 2 of them are going to like you back. Him, he's got 60, probably about 40 or so like him back. The numbers are in his favor. This gives him power. Another thing that gives men power is along the same lines. If we date, okay, say a guy pulls, say you got, and I'm just going to use some people, say Dwayne Wade pulls Gabrielle Union. Okay, look at that, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Now, if Dwayne Wade breaks up with Gabrielle Union tomorrow and goes and gets a woman that's just as fine as Gabrielle Union but works at the Walmart, we as men will not see that as a downgrade. If she's just as fine, we don't care. We like, she bad too. If she's finer than Gabrielle, we see it as an upgrade. Now, it is really easy to find somebody who's physically more attractive than someone else. But for a woman, for Gabrielle, if she was to break up with, and you know it's true, don't try to pretend like I'm lying, you know it's true. If she broke up with Dwayne Wade tomorrow and dated a guy that was 10 times better looking than him, treated her 10 times better, had no children whatsoever, where Dwayne had like 3 now, right? She'd be in a situation where everybody would see that as a downgrade. So how can she win? You see what I'm saying? She has to be on her best behavior to stay with Dwayne Wade, because chances are when they break up, she's going to downgrade. Period. Because there ain't too many people living on that level. I mean, you got such a small group. He doesn't downgrade. He's going to be able to, in our eyes, this is what you got to understand. It's in our eyes. That's all that matters. It's pretty much what other people think about the situation and what you think about the situation. She'll see it as a downgrade also. That's the key. What other people think and what you think about the situation is all that really matters. You know, and that's because it affects how you think. Anyway, it affects how you treat the other person. She'll see him as a downgrade. She'll treat the other guy differently than she did Dwayne. Men can attest to this. Her family will treat him differently. Everybody will. But if Dwayne Wade brings in some girl that's better looking than Gabrielle, then which would be hard to find, but it's a lot easier than somebody with more money than Dwayne Wade. There's a lot of pretty girls around. So anyway, if he brings in somebody like that treats him good, which she's going to most likely because he's freaking rich, so then no one's gonna care. People are gonna be like, oh, same thing. He's doing good. Because we look at it like he's got money, he doesn't need a girl with money. So it ain't a downgrade. So that's why we have so much power. Because the situation is basically set up, and it's a trickle-down effect. Even the dude that works at the gas station knows that you're not going to leave him for the dude that doesn't have a job at all. And if you do, you're going to feel like you're downgraded. So that gives us power. It gives us power because your competition is everybody. Our competition is only people who are on our level. Now, the reason why I say our reign is almost over is because women are getting to the point where they're starting to figure out that if I already have money, why the hell do I need a dude with money? It's slow to happen. And they're starting to figure out, wait a minute, the only power you really have or had over me in the past was the fact that you were the only person that was financially solvent. You were the only person that could live without, independently. Now I can live independently. Not totally, but I'm talking about financially independently. I can live financially independently. I don't need you. That's starting to happen. Guys, we kind of have to worry about that. The only hope we have is that things will stay the same and that even though women keep making more money, because that doesn't affect us. Women getting the same jobs as we get, better jobs than we get, that doesn't affect us. Because as long as they think the way they still think, we're good. We're going to always be in control. Because their success works against them. It makes us even more valuable. You got to think. If a girl makes $5 million a year, she can only date guys to make $5 million a year, as things stand now. So that means that you got even more control over the chick that makes $5 million a year than you do the chick that's on welfare. That's the way the thing works. Women are going to get it. They're going to figure it out eventually. So our time is, we make the most out of it. That's what I'm telling the fellas right now. Make the most out of it. Make the most out of this next 5 years. Try to make sure you get yourself the best woman you possibly can in this next 5 years before things change and the competition just swells. It's going to be ridiculous. Man, it sucks. Sorry. That's the way things are going to happen. But, like I said, most women will not date guys who are lower than them on the financial brackets, and that's why men have so much power. And as women change that, the cougar rate is going to keep going up. As women start seeing things differently, the cougar rate is going to keep going up. Women are going to have so much more power in relationships. It's going to be a situation because really, vagina is going to always be worth more than a dick to a certain degree. So, all we ever had was the economic thing. When we lose that, man, we're going to have to totally change it up a little bit. I don't know what we're going to do. But that's a while off probably. But yes, this is why the cougar thing is going up. This is why it is. Because economics has changed. Technology has changed. The world is changing. Men are losing ground. It is what it is, But like I said, some of these things will be a little while off, but they'll happen. Remember this video. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Make sure you go ahead and support your boy on Indiegogo. You only got till August 10th. You're running out of time. Help your boy out. Help me help you. Help me help you. All right? Make sure you donate because that's what keeps me being able to make these videos, giving you all this information and secrets and things of that nature. Help your boy to help you. Pitch in, kick in. Do your part. Yes, we can. No. All right. It's your man, Chazz Ellis. Hit me up also on AskChazzEllis on Facebook. Also, make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com. That's my website. For those of you that don't know, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. Peace.